Hopefully I'll keep this brief, but I want to examine the spacing between the high points on gold and the low points that have been going on over the last several months. Yes, we hit a high over 1900 around August 20, late August, and then again early September, retraced, and then it went up to in early September. Um, well, let's see, the first peak, wasn't the highest peak, but it was pretty close. From say end of August, third week of August to the end of September, that's about 5 weeks. And it bottomed out at the end of September, retraced. Say November 9th was about it, where it peaked out again around the first week of November. That basically took 5.5 weeks, say. And then from this November 9th to the end of December, that was approximately, well, it's about 6.5 weeks. So then it went from the end of December to this point. That's about 8 weeks. So actually, we're looking at this internet rumor about March 23rd. That puts it right at this point where I'm showing the X, timeline. Not really sure if that would make, I don't think there's anything about that date unless there's some event that's going to trigger more events. But considering it went from this high, this was say the end of February, this could extend out to possibly, I would say about mid-April, but it could be right around here where it's going to drop. It's going to be at its low point. Interesting where it's bouncing from, though. Right here, it's there's been a lot of resistance points around this level. If you look all the way back here, there's been a lot of resistance points. The next one might be at the top of this level right here, might be right in here, or really right in here below 1600. But I think something is catastrophic is going to happen. There's something's not adding up with this Greek debt default, and a lot of other nations are probably going to default, and it's going to create havoc within the banking system as far as them paying out default insurance. Money is running out of Spain and Italy right now. I probably shouldn't put this too much on the internet because it's probably accurate. If the word, well, I don't have a gazillion views, so it's probably not going to make a difference. There's a few other people saying this, but it makes a hell of a lot of sense to me. But I don't think this, for it to retrace a little bit, that's why I wouldn't tell people to get it in a short position, because I don't really know what the hell it's going to do day by day. I just think it's going to crash sometime in April. It's going to be at the lowest, and it's going to start going lower. But on a day-to-day basis, I can't tell. Just staying out of it. But assuming this is the high, and this occurred, say, at the very end of February, let's assume that it's about 7 weeks, 6-7 weeks usually it takes to go from the high to the low. Say this high was end of August, took 5 weeks to go to the low. From here, this high was say November 8th, it took about 7 weeks. I don't know what it's going to take from here. It could take 6 weeks, 7 weeks, 8 weeks. That would put it sometime in April. That would be the low. This March 23rd internet rumor, I don't know if it has any bearing on anything. I think it's BS because it's all over the internet. And I probably should not, well, I think I'm not the only one saying this, but it's a minority opinion as far as like gold coming down and making a hard correction. It is a minority opinion. But what can I say? But let's look at this time frame again. Usually it takes 5.5 to 7 weeks from this peak to go forward. So that puts it from like April 10th to like the end of April, to where the low point should be if this comes out correctly. So that should be where people are ready to buy. I'm not shorting the market unless I see something obvious.